Understanding fear. What is it? Fear, it's a word that can send shivers down our spines or make our hearts race. But what exactly is fear? Simply put, fear is an emotion. It's a natural response to something we perceive as a threat, something that could potentially harm us. This threat can be real, like a dangerous animal, or imagined, like the fear of public speaking. Fear is universal. Everyone experiences it, regardless of age, background, or culture. It's a fundamental part of the human experience, hardwired into our brains for a reason. However, while fear itself is universal, what triggers fear can be very personal and vary greatly from person to person. What one person finds terrifying, another might find exhilarating. For example, some people love roller coasters and the adrenaline rush they provide, while others find the thought of riding one utterly terrifying. Understanding that fear is a normal human emotion is the first step in learning to manage it effectively. Recognizing that our fears are often based on our perceptions and not necessarily on reality can empower us to challenge those fears and live fuller, more courageous lives. When we encounter something that triggers fear, our bodies go into fight or flight mode. This is an automatic physiological response that prepares us to either confront the threat head-on or flee to safety. This response is driven by a surge of adrenaline and other hormones that cause a cascade of physical changes. Our heart rate and breathing speed up, delivering oxygen and energy to our muscles. Blood flow is redirected from non-essential functions like digestion to our limbs, preparing us for action. Our senses sharpen, we become hyper-aware of our surroundings. Our pupils dilate to take in more light, and our hearing becomes more acute. These physical changes can manifest in various ways. We might experience sweaty palms, trembling hands, a dry mouth, or even dizziness. Some people might feel a tightness in their chest or a churning in their stomach. These are all normal physiological responses to fear, designed to help us survive in the face of danger. Fear isn't just a physical experience, it's also deeply emotional. The emotional experience of fear can range in intensity from mild apprehension to paralyzing terror. It can manifest as worry, anxiety, nervousness, dread, panic, or even horror, depending on the perceived threat and the individual's personal history and disposition. Fear can also trigger a range of other emotions such as anger, sadness, shame, or helplessness. For example, we might feel angry at ourselves for being afraid or ashamed of our inability to control our fear. We might feel sad about the potential loss of something or someone we care about, or helpless in the face of a threat that seems insurmountable. The emotional experience of fear can be just as debilitating as the physical symptoms. It can cloud our judgment, impair our decision-making, and prevent us from taking action. Understanding the emotional dimensions of fear is crucial for developing effective coping mechanisms and learning to manage fear in a healthy and constructive way. Fear, despite its unpleasantness, is not inherently bad. In fact, it's a crucial survival mechanism that has served humans well throughout our evolutionary history. When faced with a genuine threat, our fear response kicks in, triggering a series of physiological and behavioral changes that help us to avoid danger and stay alive. Imagine our ancestors encountering a dangerous predator in the wild. Their fear response would have triggered the fight or flight response, giving them the energy and focus they needed to either fight off the predator or flee to safety. Those who were able to react quickly and decisively were more likely to survive and pass on their genes, leading to the development of fear as a hardwired instinct. In modern times, while we might not encounter predators in the wild very often, the survival value of fear remains relevant. Fear keeps us from engaging in reckless behavior, alerts us to potential dangers, and motivates us to take precautions to protect ourselves and our loved ones. For example, fear of getting hit by a car makes us look both ways before crossing the street, and fear of fire motivates us to install smoke detectors in our homes. Fear, in its essence, is a protector. It's a signal that something needs our attention, that we need to be cautious, and to take action to ensure our well-being. Recognizing this aspect of fear can help us to appreciate its value and to approach it with a more balanced perspective.